obviously you'd come off the bench a couple of times in the Premier League, and then you'd started in the Cup as well. So you were kind of gradually kind of getting more and more minutes with the first team. But when you heard in the team meeting that you were starting, was it still a bit of a shock, or did you kind of feel that it was kind of heading that way a little bit?
There was still a bit of shock, because obviously, like any 19-year-old would be shocked to totally start in the Premier League. But probably more excitement, I'd say. Obviously a bit of nerves, a bit of shock, but more excitement, just because I'd had the experience about 5-6 games maybe with the first team. It kind of settled me into it a little bit, and then to be put in for my first start, obviously was nervous, but kind of gradually, because I was brought into it, it didn't seem too much of a task to go out there and try and perform.
I know that Neil Mopoy is a few years older than you, but he's still relatively new to the Premier League as well. Did the two of you have a chat amongst yourselves about how you were going to attack things, or was that something that the manager or one of the coaches done?
It's probably more the gaffer and the assistants. Probably in training, leading up to the week, we were probably playing off each other a little bit, trying to get used to it, and then you could kind of maybe tell from that, but not too much. And just when it came to the game, everything seemed to click. We played close to each other, just kept talking to each other the whole game, and it was just everything seemed to kind of go well. We linked up well, and I like playing with Neil, so it's a good partnership, I think.
It's obviously a fast start with the injury to Tottenham keeper Hugo Lloris as well. So you don't really have time, you just get into it straight away, don't you? But was there a moment during the game that you kind of thought, like, wow, like I'm starting the Premier League game, I'm playing against Albert Wilde and Alfred Tongan?
I don't know. I don't think it's really sunk in, to be honest, but probably after the first goal went in, I think there's a picture and you kind of see the shock on my face when I was running away celebrating. Like, it's just kind of like what's just happened kind of thing. And then when the second one went in, it's just proud really. Then when the full time was won, it didn't sink in, and probably still hasn't. But no, it's probably a good thing it hasn't. Keeps me looking for more and keeps me hungry for more. And hopefully there's more moments like that.
You probably could have even had a hat-trick.
Yeah, maybe if my legs didn't go, but after 80 I couldn't, my legs were going, so tried to stay on for as long as I could, but I'll take 2 for now anyways.
Like, I know you spoke after the game about, this is what dreams are made of, that you've grown up watching the Premier League and seeing other people do it before you as well, and you haven't really had time because you've gone straight into the IRLMNT camp, so maybe, in the quiet moment after this, it'll sink in a bit. But what's the kind of thing that kind of really brings it home for you? Is it the sense of self-accomplishment, or is it kind of like family and friends reaching out to you, or like just knowing that you now fit in this setup at this level?
Yeah, it's just probably the bit that made it sink in really was when after the game just went for food. My dad kind of both just sat there like, what's just happened kind of thing, and it's just, I don't know, it's just it's weird because I used to, like I said in my other interview, I used to watch Premier League years all the time, and I never thought I'd ever get the chance to play in it. I'd always like to think I could have, but to get the chance to play in it and score in it, and obviously score 2 goals against a team like Tottenham, it's kind of like a pinch me moment. And hopefully after this camp ends, there'll be a time where I can just think about what's happened and what I've done, and just move on from it and onto the next game, next kind of couple of months and years of my career.
I know visualisation is a big part of the game as well. Does that help as well? Like that, if you watch Premier League years, you've seen Robbie Keane and Sergio Aguero and all these people, young strikers come into the league and hit the ground running straight away. Did you have that almost, like, as you were coming off the bench all those kind of times, the visualisation of this is what I want to do and this is how I wanted to go?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have asked for more really on Saturday of how I wanted it to go, but I never imagined it would go like that. Obviously I'd like to think it would and all, but not just the way it happened. I think everything just went well. The 2 goals, obviously the win, and then just everything after being called into the first team. It's just I don't know, it's kind of just a mad day really. Probably definitely the best day I've had in football.
When did the call come? When you were when you were still with your dad eating, or?
No, I literally just dropped my dad to Gatwick and then was on the way back, and then just got to my girlfriend's house, and one of the boys from Brighton texted me saying that the gaffer was looking for my number and stuff, and I kind of thought someone was on the wind up maybe a little bit, and then after a few minutes maybe I realised, well, maybe it's definitely the gaffer calling, and then yeah, it just kind of rang my parents straight away, rang my dad who was sitting in the airport, and they were both shocked. I mean, I was named the provisional, but then they probably didn't expect to actually be called in, and when I was, they were both proud, and obviously my girlfriend and her family, when I let them know. But
was there a part of you kind of thinking that it might come on the back of the performance? Because obviously, I don't know if we looked at social media at that time, that was obviously lighting up. People wanting for you to get called in.
Yeah, I was probably don't listen too much on obviously social media and stuff. I just kind of wait for it to come from the gaffer and that. And when it did, it was it's the proudest thing anyone can ask for as a 19-year-old Irish kid that wants to play for his country. And no, it was just mad when I got the call, and obviously I cut up speeches for a couple of minutes, and then just said get on to my parents, get on to my girlfriend, her mum, her family and stuff, and just let them know, and they were all proud, they were all buzzing for me. So yeah, it was just a proud day.
So what's the plans now for that jersey, that first Premier League start jersey? Is it going to be in the family home over the fireplace or something?
Probably in my own house, probably above wherever, but probably just get a frame, stuff like that.
Did you get the boys to sign for it?
No, I didn't actually. No one offered, to be fair. But, decide what I'll do with that eventually, but definitely got to be framed and put in the house somewhere. But yeah, it's a moment to treasure really, and yeah, it was a great day.
Can you just rewind a little bit? Obviously, from Galway originally, and you've gone through and you went across England quite early as well. International football wise, you've always kind of been part of the Ireland setup as well, and that's kind of excelled. This year you kind of broke into Stephen Kenny's under 21s, but before that, it wasn't that long ago that you were scoring in Galway for the 19s as well.
Yeah, been playing probably since the Hibernia Cup. I think it's under 14s, 15s maybe, and probably the passion for playing for Ireland hasn't changed since then, and I don't think it will. But no, it's last year I think I scored in Galway for the 19s, and then obviously different circumstances, wasn't picked in the 19 squad and that, but then Stephen came in and kind of like a breath of fresh air just picked me, just gave me that chance to show him that maybe it's not what other people think and stuff like that. And now he brought me in, and thankfully I repaid his trust in bringing me in and stuff, and I've got along with Stephen well and all his coaching staff, and I was just thankful that he brought me in. And the 21 squad it's an unreal squad to be a part of, and obviously the first team there, they're all looking after me well, to be fair. So yeah, I love playing for Ireland, and yeah, hopefully that can continue for another couple of years.
Has things switched for you in the sense that even with the 21s you were playing a little bit more wide, and now you've started now more centrally now of late with Brighton? I know obviously you can switch across the front three, no problem, like, but has that switched, like, did you kind of think that if you were going to get your chance it was going to be in more of a wide position, or did you always going to think it was going to be more central?
At Brighton?
At Brighton or Ireland?
Well, I'm a striker at Brighton. I've never played out wide at Brighton. I've always been a 9 since I come over there first.
Okay.
It's just when I come away with Ireland, I go out onto the left or out to the right, and I don't mind wherever I play. Obviously I'm more comfortable as a 9, but I'll play wherever if it gets me into the starting 11, and yeah, wherever the gaffer wants me to play, I'll play. So no, I don't mind where I play, but obviously just a comfortable number 9. That's probably my favourite position, I'd say.
Sometimes it's the course of youth and speed at times as well that, you know, you'll often get a chance out wide before you get a chance up front, isn't it? Because, you know, it's let the young lad take on the full back and, you know, stretch the team. But the fact that you're now being trusted through the middle quite quickly. Yeah,
it was probably the gaffer's shown a lot of faith in me since he's come into Brighton, and obviously to start me after I think it's the 8th game into the Premier League. It's just I definitely wasn't expecting it that early. And the faith he's shown in me, I need to repay that, and thankfully I've done that the weekend and that. So yeah, hopefully I can keep repaying that trust and and proved his decision right to keep me there and not send me out on loan at the start of the season.
Had you had that conversation? Obviously you went out to Luton at the tail end of last season, but you were unfortunately injured at the time, so you didn't really get to play for them. Did you have a conversation in pre-season that you wanted to stay around rather than go along?
Yeah, first day I came back from holidays, I went to meet the gaffer in Brighton, and I just said to him, I don't want to go out on loan, I want to stay here and try and fight for a place.
How did he react to that?
I think he reacted well, to be fair. I think that's probably what he wanted to hear, I'd say. Instead of me taking kind of the easy option to go out on loan maybe, and instead of trying to fight for a place here, I just let him know that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay in Brighton. I wanted to play in the Premier League, and yeah, it looks like it was a good decision to say that to him.
And even at that, because if you went on loan and you got to play a lot of football, for example, as a lot of guys have done, and then when you see the club signing Neil Mountboy, like, you know, you're kind of thinking, should have come back, should have went on loan, maybe, like, you know.
Yeah, that was the first thought, but no, even after that, the gaffer and Dan Ashworth, they kind of put my mind at ease, saying, listen, we brought him in, but that's not to replace you or to keep you out of the squad or to send you out on loan. That's to fight every week to try and get a position. And yeah, 2-3 weeks later, I'm playing up top at Neil. So yeah, the clubs look after me from the first day I've come over, and this year with the gaffer and Dan Ashworth and his assistants, they've all looked after me well, and yeah, hopefully I can repay the trust and yeah, keep them happy.
So it's about 4 or 5 years here at the club, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my 4th season. Probably been going over there on trial since about 15, but now it's my 4th season there now, and yeah, it's been the best 4 years.
And there's been an Irish core there, hasn't there? Like, obviously changed up, he's in the senior team that you're going to get with him, but during your time there you've had Warren O'Horahan recently, but then before that Jason Malumbi, Desi Hutchinson, Dan Mandreo.
Yeah,
it's been a couple of lads there.
Yeah, there's been a lot. I mean, I've sat probably in every change room. I've sat beside an Irish person. In the 18s change room beside Dan Mandrew and Tom Byrne, and then went into the 23s, was beside Desi Hutchinson and all them, and obviously now I'm in with the first team and beside Duff, so it's kind of worked out well. Every change room I've been beside an Irishman, and obviously John Morland is there as well. Yeah. He's looking over the academy and stuff, so not every Irish person that I've come across has looked after me, and there's a lot of Irish boys in the under 18s now, so I feel like it's kind of my job to try and look after them like everyone else looked after me.
And how do you do that? Do you just go over and just kind of just make them feel at home, a bit comfortable, kind of give them a few tips maybe?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, there's James Furlong there and Evan Ferguson from Bowes come over. A couple of the boys just took them for lunch just to tell them like about the place and all. So, I mean, if someone done that to me, well, they did do that to me when I first came over, and it made me feel at home. So
who was that?
Desi Hutchinson, Bill Barnett. Yeah, they looked after me well. So I just tried to do the same with the other Irish boys to make them feel comfortable and to make them feel at home here.
It's important, isn't it? Because obviously Evan is quite young, isn't he? He's only 14, 15, and James is similar to just on the Stevens here, left Shamrock Rovers, so because it can be a whole daunting experience for them, can't it?
Yeah, it can be. It was daunting for me when I first came over, and I think everyone knows how it feels to go into a new place like I am here, like nervous, and yeah, just you can try to get them out of the shell as quick as possible, and all the boys done that with me when I first came over, so yeah, it'd be good to see all the 2 Irish boys if everyone does come over, and obviously James there to settle in and just come out of the shell as quick as possible.
And with this Ireland camp now, like you've had a couple of days training, how have you found it?
It's been tough, it's been intense, but I mean, just because I've been training with the first team with Brighton, it's kind of it's hard, but it's kind of easier to settle in because I've had that like first team experience and stuff. So no, it is tough, but all the boys are looking after me well, and no, hopefully another couple of good days training and obviously the games.